Oh my gosh, guys. Have I got a story for you? So, a little while back, I was traveling and I was going to be flying from North Carolina to Virginia to Salt Lake City to I won't say where. But before all that, I had to go through, drumroll please, the security line. I said that wrong probably. Anyway, this line was huge. Like, really huge. I swear I went back and forth like 10 times minimum. And like partway through this one-way maze of back and forth lines, there was this point where you had to line up like 4 people all together and you had to walk across this open space with a sniffer dog and like a guard that would like walk next to you while you walked across the space. And I really had nothing to worry about, but I had beef jerky in my backpack. So I worried just a little bit that the dog was going to be like, "Oh my gosh, beef jerky, oh my gosh!" And luckily he wasn't. I'm sure that they're trained to just be like, "Ooh, that person has drugs, get him." But I just had beef jerky. I was just a little worried, but the dog was pretty chill. He was, didn't even like hesitate. He was just like doing his job. Good job, officer dog. Keeping all us people safe, stopping the bad guys, and all before lunchtime. So anyway, I get to the end of the line where they have multiple security guards set up to talk to one person at a time, but, multiple people at the same time. And when it's my turn, I talk to that security guard, and then she points out another line that I'm supposed to go to get my bag checked. So far, everything's going pretty good. And while I'm on my way to my line, I look up and I see the screen out of multiple screens, and it says, "If you see something, say something." And I was like, huh. Okay. And I didn't think much more of it. And then I noticed this guy in front of me. I had noticed him in the line earlier, the really long line, and I had noticed that he was acting a little shifty. And this dude's got like a rolling suitcase, and on top of it, a freaking cardboard box. Like a 2x3, 6-inch deep cardboard box. And honestly, I didn't think much of it. It was just kind of like, okay, this dude's got a box. I don't know. Like, I just saw it and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but all right. Like, I'm just gonna mind my business now. But this guy, like, amplified or upped the weird factor by how he acted. Because I swear, every 2 steps that this dude took, he would look around all suspiciously. He would glance back at me and, get this, he would glare at me. Like, here's this random stranger, just, chilling and glaring at me for no apparent reason. So at this point, I've become aware of this guy, and he is starting to set off some red flags. So while he's acting all shifty, I'm minding my own business, but keeping my peripherals on this guy. Like, being aware of him, but pretending like I'm not being aware of him. So we get up to the scanner machines, where you have to walk through a metal detector, and at the same time you have to put your stuff through one of those scanning machines. And so the guy gets up there, and I get up there, and he puts his box up there in a suitcase, and I put my backpack up there, and we go through the metal detector, everything's fine. When I look up, just as the guy's box is going through, I look at the monitor, which was visible, which I don't think they're supposed to be visible, but it was for some reason. Maybe so other security guards down the line could see, I guess. Anyway, so I'm looking at the screen, and the guy's box comes through, and I just do a double take. On the screen, I kid you not, I could swear that it was like a freaking mini grenade launcher. So I'm staring at this, and the security guard is staring at this, and he sent it through 3 more times. By like the 3rd time, this guy who owned the box is starting to get all antsy, and he goes, "What is taking so long?" And me at this point, feeling pretty nervous that the guy next to me might possibly be a crazy Magoo. I was like, well, it takes a minute sometimes. And I spoke, totally calm and chill and whatever, and that seemed to diffuse his irritation for the moment. But then the security guard sends the box through like 3 more times. And at this point, finally, he just like turns and he looks at another security guard and he calls her over, and she's looking at the the screen at what we've all seen, and she gives it this look like a mix between I am so done with this day and you gotta be kidding me. So the second security guard picks up the dude's box, looks at him and goes, okay, sir, could you just follow me, please? And then this dude, this total freaking stranger, looks at me and, in all seriousness and even a little bit pissed off, goes, why didn't you say it was yours? Like, I was just so shocked. I was like, because it's not? I was so flabbergasted that I just kind of like laughed all awkwardly, and then the guard like led him away, and I was like, oh my gosh, this just happened, okay. And I just got my stuff and I got the crap out of there, man. Like, I was so freaked out. And then the whole way to my gate, I was just praying. I was like, please do not let him be on the plane that I'm riding, because I do not want to have to be near this guy and then have him chewing me out thinking we're like BFFs or something, because that's a nope. The rest of the, let's see, 1, 2, 3 flights went pretty much without a hitch. And thankfully, I never saw that guy again. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing, and make sure to click the little bell, because otherwise you won't get notified of new videos. Alright, thanks. See you guys.